What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Off Day Podcast with Carmen and Liz.
Another installment of the pod.
Another one bites the dust.
You don't know when it's gonna drop. We just drop random episodes here and there.
Yeah, we like to keep you guys on your toes. We're just gonna drop them when we feel like it.
Yeah. Gotta stay ready. Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another episode.
We
Want to talk about what today's is about?
Yeah, so we are gonna talk about it's just different fitness trends and stuff that we see and what we think about them and our reality checks. But before we get into them, we're gonna do a little catch up. Guys.
Yeah. So what's new, man? It's been I texted you today, but last pod. What did we talk about last pod?
What did we talk about last? Oh, it was our track and field horse.
Are we supposed to be horse?
It was our track and field horror stories.
How was your half?
What? You start.
No, you start.
Okay. God. Fine. Twist my arm. It was good. I was basically in Cleveland for like 24 hours. From Friday to Saturday, and then I drove back Saturday. Had a horrible night of sleep. I almost crashed out on my neighbors because they were throwing a rager. And at 3 a.m.
Do you have neighbors that throw ragers?
I guess.
In that building?
Dude, I know. My crackhead my crackhead neighbor moved out last year, and it's been quiet since. And then, for some, literally since then, there's been nothing. And then at 3 a.m., the night before we had to be up the night of us waking up at 4:30 a.m., they were throwing a rager, and they had, the karaoke mic, and they were going crazy. And I literally, shit you not, I was like, I'm about to crash out. I got up and was looking at the windows because I couldn't tell where it was coming from. And I was so close to walking out of my apartment and being like, shut the F. I was pissed. I literally had a separate blanket and I had it over my head. And I was like, I was so mad. I was so mad. And then, yeah, we got up
at a fun party.
I got up at 4:30 a.m. and we literally went down there. It was kind of cold. We just stayed in our long sleeves the whole time. It was a misty rain.
Was it raining?
It was misty, and then at the end it started raining. But yeah, it was really bad weather. Honestly, it wasn't bad for running though. But we literally got to the starting line. We were just standing there all right, let's just get this over with. We were both just zero expectation. We were both so tired. It was just such a long weekend, and we're like, all right, well, here we go. And then after the first mile, 1 mile in, we stopped because we had to pee so bad.
Yeah.
And then
isn't it hard to pee at the beginning?
Yeah,
because there's so many people.
Yeah, so we're like, we'll just wait till we see the first thing at porta pots, and then yeah, we stopped, and then we didn't stop at all the rest of the race. We had the giant Mount Adams hills, didn't stop or walk or anything of those, and went through the finish, and literally all this, that's one thing I love about the Flying Pig is the entire city comes out, and everyone has signs, everyone's got their dogs, there's not one spot that is dead, everyone is out there screaming, and it was just it's just such an environment race, so it was fun. As long as I'm here, I'm gonna keep running it.
So, yeah. Everyone knows someone in it, you know?
Yeah. I saw so many people, when I was running, and I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, and then now in 2 weeks, or I guess whenever this episode drops, it'll be a week, but I have Fight Like Hell games. So, Brittany, if you're listening to this, because I know you listen to this podcast, we're gonna kill it. I'm so excited.
You have to say what that is.
Oh, the Fight Like Hell, it's kind of like a High Rocks, but it's more CrossFit style, and it's only 600s instead of 1Ks, but it has a little different, the only thing that it has similar is row and wall balls, but everything else is different. It's weighted box step overs, snatches, devil's press, bike erg, ab sit-ups.
Oh god.
I feel like I'm definitely missing stuff.
Yeah.
You get the point. But that's basically what it is. So there's a lot of people from our gym that's doing it. Our two other friends, Grace and Elizabeth, are also teaming up to do it. So we've all been
Is
training.
it at your
And
gym?
no, it's at a
Where do you
gym.
have to go?
It's a little bit north. It's called Cornerstone. We actually went there and did like a
Oh,
mock fight like hell. They like hosted it just to like get the feel
yeah.
of everything. So that was kind of nice. So
Yeah.
it's so close, so close now.
I feel like we're both on the High Rocks email list, and they email out
Oh,
like
I don't
High
even look at
Rocks.
them.
I looked at it one time, and it was like High Rocks events near you, and there's like different gyms that were putting on High Rocks, like mock High Rockses, but it was literally the mock High Rocks was like 15 to 20 minute. It was literally like 2 stations worth of stuff, and it was like mock High Rocks, like come see if you could do it. Like no, if you can
That
do
is,
two, like huh, 2 stations. It
dude, you gotta do a
gets hard
whole.
after
You
station
gotta.
2.
You gotta do a whole 6 mile run. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and it
that's,
probably wasn't even a 1K run. I don't know.
yeah, that's
I was like,
crazy.
that's just marketing on their
What
end.
is it at? F45?
Yeah, I think one was there. Oh, I didn't I tell you? I think
Oh
I
yeah,
never went. I never went.
yeah. You were thinking about it though.
Yeah, but that would be fun. FLH.
Yeah, we do it. Yeah, I'm excited.
um, yeah, nice.
So how's the Deca?
Yeah, I did the Deca Fit. It's the same concept as Fight Like Hell games for all y'all listeners out there. And yeah, just some running and some lifting. Definitely was hard. I'm getting like nervous thinking about it again. It was the hardest thing I've
Dude,
ever done in my whole life, actually. Just kidding. The 800 is hard.
yeah.
You know, those track events. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, y'all.
You raced the world champ.
Yeah, no, I don't think that any of the people I raced are from here. Because this one girl like flew in that I was talking to. Like they all flew in. I didn't realize that that's what was going down. But
But it's
uh,
cool. Wait. Can you please tell the story about how they announced you? Cause that
oh
is so
yeah.
funny, man. That is so funny.
I got seated in the top 12, and all of a sudden they were announcing the seeds, and I was like, you know what? There's no way I'm seated. I never done this before. So all of a sudden I hear head from former track and field athlete from the University of Cincinnati. And my first thought when they said that much was like, oh my God, someone I know is here? Like, who's here? What? And then they said my name. And I was like, you're lying. So I had to go up there. And it was fun. It was really cool. I felt like I was on the Olympics. Like when they walk out in the beginning for the
Yeah.
finals. But yeah, it was cool. And then there's like the girl on roller skates with the camera. And the guy was like announcing on the mic, he was like saying our names. But yeah, I quickly fell off pace from the world champ there after a couple stations. Um, yeah, it was fun experience though. Like, but it was definitely a super small event. If y'all seen High Rocks, it was way smaller than that. I would definitely recommend High Rocks Relay or High Rocks Doubles first if you're just getting into it. The solo, do it if you want, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's just zone 6 for like the whole time, your heart rate. So it was really
Well,
hard.
yeah, because you get no rest. Like, it is
Yeah,
nonstop.
when we did doubles High Rocks, I took them little breaks for granted. You know,
Yeah.
there's none of that, none, and they're
Yeah.
going so much faster than our 1K pace for High Rocks
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a
That'll
slap
get
in the
you.
face. Yeah. Yep. But it was fun. Good experience. Can't wait to do it again sometime.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously.
Let's
Okay.
just get into this episode.
All right. All right. Get into it.
All right, friends. Today we're going to be talking about fitness trends that we've noticed going around, like from influencers and stuff, and our opinions on these trends. And if you agree with any of these trends, go ahead and DM go ahead and DM us that you agree, or comment on these reels, like this one, ding ding ding, and we'll respond. Because we respond
You
to
know we'll
everyone.
respond.
We respond
You
to all
know
our
we will
fans.
respond. If you don't
And
know,
if
we
you're a
respond
spam,
and we post it on our Instagram story when we respond.
yeah. So, all right, let's get in. We made a little list here, so let's
Yeah.
get into it. Let's get into our list
Yeah.
of trends that just piss us off, honestly.
And again, you might enjoy doing these and keep doing them, but we're just going to explain why it pisses us off. So,
Yeah.
okay, first one, running in heart rate zones. Like when people post running in zone 2 or zone 3 run or zone 2 run.
Literally, I just talked about that. Okay. I was just doing a metaphor. But okay, you keep going. When I was talking about zone 6, but you keep going.
No, just like that. Basically, by all means, if you like to do a little zone 2 run, go for it. But I think it's just like you can't compare someone's zone 2 to like your zone 2 or like things like that because everyone's heart rate varies. Like you might see someone being like zone 2 run, heart rate 120, but like you're looking at your watch and you're like, well, my zone 2 is like a 150. Like, am I not a good zone 2 runner? Like, just that's like a pet peeve of mine when like people post that. By all means, post it, but when I see it, I'm like, it like someone who like isn't or like is new to running might see that and be like, oh, that's how my zone 2 is supposed to be, and I'm not like that, so I'm not in shape or I'm not like at that fitness level. And it's like, no, 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 no. It's just you are at a different like endurance or wherever you are. You just can't compare yourself to others. So like your zone 2 or whatever it might be is going to be different than someone else's.
Yeah. That's the facts, y'all. And if you have like a prescribed easy run or you just want to go on an easy run, just think of it as taking it easy. Like keep an easy pace. You don't need to be stressing over, oh, am I in zone 2? Like, oh, I'm going too slow or too fast to be like in zone 2 or 3 or whatever you're looking to
Hmm.
do. If you're looking to do like easy aerobic zone 2 and your heart rate is like 150, but you feel good and you feel like you're taking it easy, then you're fine. You know,
Yeah.
there's no need to
Yes.
slow it. There's no need to change anything, just because your watch says that. And even like besides heart rate variability, like your watch could be wrong.
Yeah.
Not that that's the full blame or anything, but like
Yeah.
you gotta just go as you feel.
And even with that, like you could be running it like consistently and whatnot, and like your easy runs will start to feel easier, and the pace will get like a little bit faster and a little bit faster, and that will become like your easy pace. Like I remember in college, my coach was like, "Your easy runs are gonna become like a 720," and I was like, "Huh?" And then eventually, my easy like that was easy to me, and like my heart rate like showed that for me, but like I wasn't like holding myself back because I was like, oh, but like my heart rate's telling me this, so like I can't go any bit faster even if I feel good. Like just run, okay, just run.
And there's so many like factors. Like if you didn't sleep well and your heart rate variability is off, your heart rate might be higher that day at the same pace they usually run when it's usually lower. Like it's
Hmm.
just so many factors go into it that go into like how your heart beats, or whatever, that you can't fully base your activity level on it. I feel
Yeah,
like. We feel like.
yeah, yeah. Agreed. Reality check. All right, next.
All right, yeah. All right, let us know in the comments how you felt about that.
We're gonna
All
take a
right.
brief pause for if anyone has any comments or concerns. Okay, great, thanks. Okay, next.
All right, y'all. Next one is I feel like I've been hearing this a lot recently, but it's and also my mom just said it recently, but it's lifting too much will cause the stigma that lifting too much will cause you to get too bulky. Especially this is more for like girls. as girls, we hear this one a lot, like, oh, you shouldn't like lift heavy weights, or you shouldn't like, or if you're like a runner, like you shouldn't lift too much because then you'll get too big and bulky and won't be able to carry that weight as fast, or those muscles, that weight of the muscles as fast, and stuff like that. Y'all need a reality check that it takes freaking years. It takes years, or at least months. It takes a while, okay, to actually build bulk. Like, if you see like these bodybuilders, they dedicate years of their life to gaining muscle and getting like bulky. And you see people using steroids is to grow their muscles. Like, it's so hard to grow your muscle, like, you know, and
Yeah.
people say, it just pisses me off, people being like, oh, I'm gonna get too bulky if I lift like once a week or however. You're gonna get strong, you're not gonna get
Yeah.
bulky.
Yeah. Like literally that like it always grinds my gears too because they're like, oh like you just don't want to look manly. Like you're just gonna be
Yeah,
too like
manly.
bulky and like gross. And it's like, no, I would rather be freaking strong and be able to like lift heavy and run fast because if I want to be a good runner, I need to strength train to support my muscles as they're trying to freaking run fast. Like, no, I hate that so much because it's like I like I don't care how and, like that's the thing too is like especially as like a female runner, you deal with already how much of like stigmas, especially as like distance runners. And then when you try to like, oh, I'm gonna break the stigma, and then you try to go like into lifting, then it's like, oh, like, well, don't get too bulky. It's like, okay, like, stop telling me what to do with my body. Like, stop freaking looking at me like that. Like, I want to be strong. I want to run fast and be strong. Like, I'm not going to look bulky. Like, stop. I'm going to look strong. Leave me alone.
Yeah, bro, there's definitely two sides of that. Like, lifting too much because you want to bulk, like, no, I want to go against like people who say that and I want to be strong. And there's also the side of, the aesthetic part of it. Like, am I gonna look too bulky? Am I gonna be strong? Am I gonna look too bulky? I feel like those are the two sides. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're gonna be strong, and no, you're not gonna get bulky. Like, if y'all find the freaking formula of how to get bulky, please leave a comment below, because we are looking for that. We're looking for the key. So
Like I understand like bodybuilders like they go through bulks and like a lot of
yeah,
people go through like bulking phases and they
it's a
purposely
whole
go through
thing.
bulking phases with
Yeah.
their nutrition and whatnot to then like they get to a certain point and then they're like, all right, I'm going to reverse and I'm going to lean out and tone out because I want to build more muscle mass and whatnot. Like there's certain like cases for it. Like if that's your intention, then that makes sense. But I like the thing that makes me mad is like if I'm just lifting and I am like doing all my strength training, CrossFit, whatever, alongside of like running and whatnot, and then I hear, oh, like if you lift too much, you're gonna be bulky. Like literally sit down. Sit down. You first off, you don't know my goals. Second off, like stop thinking that that is always going to be the outcome because you probably aren't even working out. You're probably not even lifting. If anything, you're probably doing bodyweight things like, and then you're like, oh no, I can't do my everyday life things because I feel weak. And it's like, well, lift some weights, homegirl. Lift some weights.
I feel like people who are saying this are like people who either don't work out and don't want to, or they're brand new to like lifting and they're trying to figure out what's going to work best for them, type thing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, yeah, reality check.
It also just, I feel like it also depends on who you're around and who you're like looking at on social medias and stuff and like what information you're taking in to allow you to think that because like, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yep. Reality check. Okay,
All right.
next is too much recovery. So like, which is funny that I'm saying this because I literally have like a whole recovery station in my apartment.
Oh
But
God.
just like people, okay, yes, recovery 100%. You need to recover. You need your sleep, you need your hydration, you need to eat good, like whatever. But and you're like spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars like every month or like whatever it might be on crazy stuff. Okay, that's a little too much. A little too much. But I will say, like, I literally have, I shouldn't even be the one saying this right now because, like, I literally have Normatex. Granted, they were given to me. Like, I have, like, a massage gun. I have a cupping kit. So, like, I have, like, my recovery stuff. Honestly, though, I barely use it. I will say that. I barely use it. Because what do I focus on? Sleep, nutrition, and hydration. And and rolling out. I'll say, like, rolling out and, like, stretching. I'm good.
Yeah. People on social media, you see them like going to cryotherapy once a week, going in like the ice chamber and like doing ice baths every day, and they have a sauna in their backyard that they paid for and bought, which granted, all this stuff would be nice. It would all
Yeah.
be so nice. And like you said, like doing like IVs and like red light therapy and all this like new, different, expensive stuff. Like besides like Normatec and, because what your stuff is like literally rolling your muscles out, but people are doing all
Mhm.
this other stuff that's like just like for your mental, like red light therapy, that doesn't do anything. Like all we're
Does it?
I don't know. All we're saying is just like why like it is unrealistic to be spending all this money, for the average for us, for the average people probably listening to this, we're all in it together in the same boat, I think. I don't really know our demographic, but um that's unrealistic. So when you see those influencers doing all this, like don't feel like, oh, I need to go spend all this money. I need to like put money towards that and then not be able to put money in other places. Like just worry about like rolling out, like you said, and sleep. I feel like sleep is just like the number one free recovery tool. Like take
Mhm.
an extra nap if you just had a hard workout, or go to bed early and stuff like that. Like sleep is the most effective and free recovery tool that you could
Facts.
have. So I think we
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
so.
No, 100%. Like that's the thing. Like, and it's funny because like when you're talking about like the sauna in the backyard, I instantly was like thinking about things, and
I know.
it's
I,
like
I kind of want
true.
one.
I know. Like, okay, yes, like it would obviously be so nice, but like I just think again, it comes down to like influencers and all these trends, and like if I'm new to working out and I see these influencers are yeah, like going to cryo and stuff like every week, or like having like their monthly subscriptions and stuff, like yeah, like you could put that money towards more nutrition things or like whatever it might be, or maybe something like shoes that you want for running. I just think like the best things, like we said, sleep, nutrition, and hydration. Like and like obviously like roll out. Like get a foam roller. You can get one from Five Below and just roll out before and after you work out. Get a big band and just do light stretching like before and then like after, like right before bed. Just like if you can prioritize like proper warm up, proper cool down, proper rollout, like stretching. If you need to do like rehab exercises, emphasize those. But like you don't need to be spending like once in a blue moon. Like yeah, treat yourself, get a little spa day, do your little thing. But like all the time, like no, like you can like save money and still get good recovery in on a budget, like ball on a budget, and you can still be just as efficient, just as fast, just as strong. Like just prioritize the little things and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, and nutrition is like a whole nother episode, y'all. I feel like we always talk about how nutrition is a whole nother episode, but I
Yeah.
mean, we could make an episode,
I feel like
about
we
what we
have
do.
one. Because we do have one,
Yeah.
like in season one, it was like food is fuel or something. We were talking about it.
I feel like there's more qualified people to talk about that though. Like what you
Yeah.
should eat. But that
Oh,
one was like
100%.
what we do. So, and this is our
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
So
We say
deal
what
with
we
it.
want.
Yeah. Are we done with that one?
Yeah. I mean, oh, and like part of your reality check was like you don't need like a whoop or like an Oura ring or something. I will say on the contrary to that, like
Oh,
I sleep with my watch on because I pay close attention to like my heart rate. So like one thing I
yeah.
always learned was your resting heart rate, like when you sleep and stuff. If you can see, so say like my average resting heart rate's 43. If I start to feel like under the weather or like potentially an injury coming on, my resting heart rate will start to get higher and higher because my body's trying to like fight to recover more in my sleep. And so my resting heart rate's actually higher and I'm like, okay, like I'm about to either get sick or I'm not recovering, or like I'm about to get injured. Like I have an injury coming on. And so like I always leave my watch on, and like that's my little investment also just for like all my runs and like fitness and stuff. Um but I'm not gonna have like I would love to have an Aura ring. I would love to have a $400 Aura ring. But I'm not gonna like spend all that money if I'm like, okay, I can just kind of see it on my watch and I'm fine.
Yeah, I think that's like the heart rate variability. I don't know. I just faintly remember learning that.
Yeah.
Like when your variability is off, that means you're not recovering properly in your sleep. I don't know.
I just
Google
honestly,
it.
I vividly remember Leo telling me it, and ever since then,
Yeah.
I've always paid attention to it. Also, I just have low-key heart issues, and I just have to pay attention to my heart rate. So,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
it's it's on the Aura. I have the Aura, which I got for free, same as how you got free Normatex.
Yep.
um, it's on that too. But why I wrote this stuff, like I wrote you don't need like the Whoop, the Aura ring, 2 watches, is because I feel like I see influencers and they're doing brand deals with these companies. Like they're doing brand deals with Whoop. So you see them running with their Whoop and their watch, and they have an Aura ring because it looks cool. And they have an Apple Watch besides their Garmin. Like in the end, all you need is your sleep, and yeah, Garmin is, I mean, a watch that's a part of running, it's definitely essential to running, if you want to keep track of your analytics and everything. But like the extra analytics stuff that comes from like Whoop and Aura, like, I mean, personally, I haven't used my Aura in a couple years. I just feel like, if you're tired, I know when I'm tired. And same thing with you. Like you're you have your watch, like that's all you need. You keep track of your heart analytics on your watch. So yeah, I don't know if you like don't feel like you have to get all these different gadgets. That's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah. And that's how like again, that's how you're so easily influenced. It's like if you're seeing your favorite
Yeah,
people and they're
your favorite
like the
people.
like for instance, the Utah running girls.
Oh
Like
yeah, everyone knows them.
so many people follow them, so many people like follow them and everything. So you're gonna be easily influenced if someone that you're constantly watching, you see running all these miles and running all these races and have all these followers and everything. You see him being like, hey guys, I run fast because I have an Aura and a Garmin, and then on my rest days I use my Apple Watch. You're gonna get those people that are like new to running that are gonna be like, oh, okay, so I have to do that. Well,
Yeah,
you really don't. It's just
dude.
social
Yeah,
media and influencers, and it's just the way it is. But we are talking about our personal reality checks.
yeah.
Again, take it with a grain of salt. You can do whatever you want to do, but we ball on budgets, and we are still efficient and effective and healthy and fast and strong.
Knock on wood.
Mhm.
um,
Okay.
that's another wait. That's another one too, dude. Like those, like influencers and stuff like that. You see them running a race like freaking every 2 weeks or every month. That's also unrealistic. Like with costs, like
Okay.
travel costs, race entry
Yes.
fees. Like that's another thing about influence. We could go on such a freaking
No,
tangent
no.
about
Let's freaking
influencers.
talk about this one because we still have a little bit of time. Let's talk about this one because I agree. I peeped that back to back races, like back to back marathons. If I have
Yeah,
never ran a marathon before, like, you're gonna be wrecked after. Like, you need to take time to recover.
yeah,
And, like, I genuinely, and yes, it's so expensive. Travel, flights, just all that stuff and just like gels, like nutrition that you need for marathons. And if you're doing them back to back to back, like amazing, cool. Like if your body is able to do that,
yeah.
great.
And your wallet.
Right. But I feel like to someone who's like try like very deep in with like like following and everything and they're like like I'm going to sign up for this marathon and this and like first off, okay, I'll say this. Great. Because if I've never ran before and I'm like I want to run a marathon, like I'm inspired by this to run a marathon, that's amazing. And I think you should. It's a huge accomplishment, even if it's a half, or even if it's like, I want to get into running because I see these girls posting about it. Absolutely, 100%. I love that. the thing that I'm like, okay, whoa, it's the back-to-back marathons every single
Yeah.
weekend. I'm like, oh, like, please do a disclaimer or something, please. Because even like the
Yeah.
pros, they're not running marathons back to back to back. Like that intensive races, like half marathons, like racing back to back to back. Like it's one thing for like 5Ks and stuff. Like okay, maybe, but that is yeah, I
And it
agree.
is just like, I mean, in college, you can run back to back. We were in track in college. All our fans know we would run, you run a race every weekend, but I mean, all costs are covered when you're
Yeah,
on your own and you're traveling in different cities.
yeah,
Back to back could is like, I mean, even every month or even every 2 months still feels like back to back.
yeah,
Like there's no time to recover and then also get prepped for your next race in just
yeah.
that little amount of time. And then
And
yeah,
agreed with that. Like even though we did it for track, yes, all expenses were covered, everything like our food and stuff were all covered. But literally, like we were also running through beat bodies. Like our bodies would be like
yeah, oh true,
wrecked going into like we had a back to back like 2 travel weekends. We're like, because travel takes so much out of you, and then like by the time you
yeah,
get back
flying,
and you feel like you're getting recovered, you're instantly hopping on another plane and traveling again, and then
yeah.
having to race on those legs, and you just feel wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah, we could speak from for experience, like it's tough going back to back and you're trying to do good each race, so you're putting yourself through if the same if not trying to do better efforts every weekend and it just is like how are these people doing marathons? I don't
Yeah,
know. They could have a really good foundation set. We don't know their training for
yeah.
real, and anything like that. So it's just is outlandish to us. It's a new concept
Yeah.
to us, I guess.
It's our
But
reality check. It's our reality check, okay? Okay.
yeah,
All right, next.
yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on. Are you doing it or me?
Go for it.
Our next one is supplements. So this one kind of made it on the list because you see all these people. It's like a trend to take as many supplements as as possible in the morning, you know. And I can barely remember to take my freaking multivitamin, man. I cannot remember to take all like. First of all, I just like I don't know what pills go with which. You know how like iron
Yes,
iron cancels out calcium
calcium.
if you take them at the same time, and it's like
Hmm.
I don't know like, and I don't know if other people know that stuff like that can happen.
Yeah.
Um, it's just you want to make sure what you're taking is that you need it or that it will for sure benefit you because you shouldn't just be taking all these supplements that you see influencers taking just because you see them doing it like oh they're taking I don't even know creatine turmeric and all this stuff which I mean those could be good for you if, in different ways if you find that they fit into your diet and that you need them and stuff like that but it's like if you I don't know you take over.
Yeah, I'll also say like I think it just comes down to like if I'm seeing like influencers taking all these pills and stuff, and I'm like, oh, because they're taking them, I need to take it. Okay, first off,
Yeah,
you may want to take like get your blood drawn and see where your levels are at. And I'll speak from one
yeah.
instance. It's like I know if my mom is listening to this, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna completely say this. She used to get on me in high school about taking my iron pills. She was like, "You need to take your iron pills." Like she
Yeah,
would
I took
scream at
that.
me every single morning to take my iron pills. My iron was fine. I do not take iron pills anymore, and every time I get my blood tested, my iron is still fine. I did not need to be taking iron pills. Like I think one time my like iron was a little bit low, and it was funny because even after that, if I'm like, oh, like I'm a little lightheaded, or like if I didn't run good, my mom would be like, did you take your iron pills? And it's like, Mom, I don't need to take my iron pills. Like my iron levels are fine. Now, if I had blood tests where like a lot of my teammates had this, where they would have iron deficiencies, then yes, that makes sense for them to take the iron pills. But I just think that like you see the influencers that are like having all their supplements, like all 10 of their pills in the morning, and they're like, this is what I take for this and this. Like, I just like just do what you need to do for you. Like sometimes I would get on a kick where I would take like a hair, skin, and nail pill in the morning, but then I forget about it after like a week, and I'm like,
Yeah, I forget.
nah. Yeah, like even the freaking like gummy airborns. If I'm like not feeling it, I'll like take some of those, and then I forget. Like I just if you are good about getting a routine about like taking pills or whatever you need, like take them. Like my grandma takes her like 5 pills every single morning and every single night, like whatever she needs for her. I
My
just
grandma.
think like you don't need 20,000 pills in the morning. Like and yeah, like make sure you understand like I wish I was better with supplements and I wish I did like do better, especially with like collagen and like whatever it might be. But make sure like it's what you need for you and not just like following because someone else is doing it.
Yeah.
Um and I don't know. You can also get like I think about like you can get like stuff through food and stuff as well. Like if you're vegan, yeah, you may have to take like more supplements or something to try to get those specific nutrients in a different way rather than like through foods. Okay, that's for you. But like someone else might not be needing that. You know, if that makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, like people who take like the extra B12 and all that if they're like vegetarian, vegan.
Hmm.
Like if your favorite influencer takes that and they eat like vegetarian and they're not disclosing that that's why they take it. Like you don't know usually don't know why the influencers are taking stuff like is it for a brand deal? Is it cuz they
Hmm.
need it, you know? So,
Are they
yeah.
actually taking it? Yeah, like
Yeah, are
brand
they
deal wise, like are
actually
they? Yeah,
that's true, bro. Are they just like putting it out and being like, I recommend this and then
so
collecting their check?
you know what I can say with that? It's like the running influencers that fake their runs. And they're like,
Oh,
mile one, mile two.
it's like the
But then it
same
comes
background.
out, like, when TikTok was about to, like, shut down for good, there were so many people coming out and being like, yeah, I faked all my runs. I faked all my workouts. Like, I
What's
never
the
actually
point?
did those workouts. I just recorded them and just said, like, oh, like, this mile or, oh, like, this rep. And they're like, yeah, I never did them. And then TikTok actually ended up staying around, and everyone was like, "Oh, so you were faking it?" But no, like literally, like that is so common, and it's so sad because people like
Yeah.
actually fall for it and actually like oh my gosh, like she just ran 12 miles at 7 flat pace, but plots was she actually was faking it the whole time, and you believed it. Like social media is so fake. Oh, so fake.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only people only post the good stuff on there, so why would they post a bad run? Why would they
Yeah.
post themselves being down, you know? Especially if they have a
Yes.
lot of followers type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Agreed.
All right. All right. We have one more on here.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to say this one? Super strict morning routines. So when you see when you see those influencers that are like my 4 a.m. or my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. Wait, yeah, my 5 to 9 before my 5 to 9.
For my
Wait,
9 to 5.
I'm glitching out. Yeah, 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5 or my 9 to 5, my 5 to 9 after my 9 to 5. You understand what I'm saying, okay? It's like those super strict morning routines where they're like 4 a.m. and they're like up and they're doing all this stuff. Like I, first off, I have tried to record one of those before, and it takes forever. It takes forever. Second off,
Yeah.
some days I want to sleep in. Some days I'm freaking tired, and some days I decide to switch my breakfast and whatever. Like I feel like every time I see those, I'm like, okay, how realistic is this? How realistic
Yeah.
is this 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. before you go to work? I give so much credit to those that, yes, get up every single morning and work out before work. If that works your routine, hell yeah. Be that morning person. I wish I was a morning person. Get it in. But when they like do like a whole like 20-step skincare routine, full
Yeah.
body shower, shave the entire body, self tan, teeth whitening, all this
Journaling.
stuff. Yeah, like journal, got the candle
20
lit,
supplements.
having 20 supplements, 5 course meal, breakfast, all within this little tiny span. Listen,
Meditation.
when I try to work out in the morning, I am rolling out of bed in the clothes that I purposely slept in because they're my running clothes, so that I can roll out of bed, put my shoes on with one eye open, hop on a treadmill, run however many miles I need, walk back in, take a horror shower, cook some breakfast, change and go to work. Like, it is not pretty. It is not all this lavish stuff that you see on social media.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents.
Like, you see these people recording these 4 a.m. morning routines. Do you really think that they're doing that every day? Do you think I personally do not believe them at all. If they're like, this is my everyday 4 a.m. morning routine, there's no way. Like, maybe you do that a couple times a week, or you're just doing it for the video. But I mean, yeah, like we said, we commend you if you really do that. But I feel like if you do really do that, you're probably not someone that's recording it and posting it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. I'm gonna be controversial and say that. I'm sorry. If you do that and record it, please comment down below, and we will like your video.
Yeah,
Only if you do it every day.
Like I said, like I give credit to those that like work out at 5 a.m., work out at whatever
Yeah.
like morning it is, but like I just don't understand how you have so much time beforehand and so much time after before
Yeah.
work. Like if you can make that work and it's sustainable for you.
With that, like I'm up not every day, like 3 days a week ish, 3 to 4 days a week. I'm up because I gotta coach the 5:45 a.m. or I'm doing like morning workout, and I gotta wake up at like 4:45 a.m. and I usually have no time to prepare for a run that takes me, like, I need to wake up at least an hour before I run. So if I'm running at 5:45, I'm up at 4:45. And I mean, same thing with coaching. Like, I need to be up an hour before. I just need to be able to get ready, drive there, get there early, whatever. But even so, that's an hour there. My actual workout or coach, like, that's an hour or two there. Like, where are you finding all this extra time to do your workout, plus journal, plus meditation, plus 10-step skincare routine, plus make it to work on time? Yeah, I am just like, I just resonate with this one because I've been trying to be more of a morning person lately, and I'm just like, oh, like whatever the secret key is, go ahead and comment that down below. And follow us on the gram, and we'd like to collab. We'd love to do a collab with you. Yeah, Off Day Podcast with a K. Open for collabs now, starting right now. So we're not hating on people who wake up early, because like we said, we do that. We're just hating on the people who are lying about it on social media and being like, this is my morning routine every day starting at 4 a.m. Like, there's no way. Yeah. Just to make sure we're clear. All right, y'all. This is Carmen interjecting here. As you may or may not have been able to tell, Lizzie's mic is shot. It's broke. So it's not recording anything she's saying. So I'm just gonna close this out here, y'all. And yeah, thanks for listening and bearing with us. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to our list of things. If you have anything, don't forget to DM us. I swear to God, DM us. Make sure you follow us on the gram, Off Day Podcast with a K. And don't forget, about the DMs again. Eighth reminder of the episode. And yeah, you'll know it when you see it, so give it a follow. But yeah, thanks for listening, y'all.